What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Over Greggy show. I'm Game Over Greggy himself, Greg Miller, alongside the producer slash seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Hola.
The pride of Long Island, Colin Moriarty. You get nothing else.
Spanish.
You stop saying. Oh, it's Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that part. Pride of Long Island, Colin Moriarty.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm alright.
Haven't seen you in a long time. Happy to see you. It's been a week since I saw this little head over here. You got new glasses?
Not so little in the head.
Yeah.
The glasses. Glasses are new. I'll swap in
Blue
the other
steel.
one. Yes. That is exactly why where that term came from, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, they are blue. I didn't even notice that.
He
Look
looks
at
cool.
you.
You look cool.
You look like a cool little Iron Man.
You look like a straight up fucking dork
match,
forever.
They match kind of my earring.
Was that a big
ball bearing.
motivating statute for it?
What I saw is motivating statute. No, I don't think it was a motivating statute for the glasses purchase, but I don't know. You can tell me what that means.
Coming
one
out of
day
the blocks. It's episode 20. I stopped planning what I was going to say to people at the beginning a long time ago. And then, of course, rounding out the group in a checkered shirt that's probably getting all artifact and stuffing on the frames. That's why I can't wear them on Up at Noon.
Way to go, video guy.
That's what they call it. The one and only pure one, Tim Gettys.
Hello.
That's it. No let Tim host bullshit or anything like that? No, you're over that?
Yep.
All right.
No.
Good.
Just for now.
Because we got a lot of stuff to cover here, ladies and gentlemen. First off, Tim, we just got back from PAX East. Holy shit. A lot of Game Over Greggy Show
was
fans.
so awesome.
I can't believe it.
I had a lot of fun.
Now, everybody, thank you for coming to the panel. We, of course, did the panel there at the PAX East. We did it on Sunday. It was great. Thank you to Jared and Tim Schaefer, or Jared Garretts and Tim Schaefer. They're not brothers. They both were on the panel, though. They were on the Game Over Greggy show. Of course, this is all up on Bandcamp. You can go get it there, gameovergreggy.bandcamp.com. It's free, or you can go over to YouTube, watch the hour-long video. We just put up as one clip.
Yeah.
It's all there for you.
I'm really excited that you guys decided to go there and not even tell Colin and I that was happening. So that's cool. Colin, I don't know how you feel about that, but I think it's awesome, right?
I don't care. It's all right. I'm glad they had fun.
A lot of supporters, a lot of shirts there. That was important. Tim, this was your first time, I think, being a celebrity. How'd that feel?
It was a lot of fun.
A lot of people yelled at you. A lot of people said let you host.
I like people yelling.
People took photos.
Fun.
They took autographs of you.
Shout out to the porn pooper.
Shout out to Porn Pooper. He's a great kid. 16-year-old
Porn Pooper.
It's one of those things where I could see his parents being brutally murdered and you adopting him.
Yeah.
And taking him under your wing.
I'm not okay. I could do that.
But then it turns out on his 19th birthday, you killed his parents.
Oh man!
But at that
I had
point,
to do
he's
it
so
for a
brainwashed.
Was it like prepping the planet for some sort of invasion? Like, why am I killing people?
Well, this is a 16-year-old.
So you know, Nick is now 50 issues through Invincible.
Ooh, doctor. Is it good? You're enjoying it?
Oh, it's so good. It didn't start off well for me. I was watching.
It starts off very traditional.
It starts off. No, it actually doesn't start off. It starts off almost overly traditional for a reason. I was like, yeah. So by the 12th or 13th issue, I was like, this is kind of boring. Like, this is like an idyllic lifestyle, and like everyone's kind of cookie cutter. And then they flip the switch, and you're like, what? And then they start to play with those traditional tropes. Of
right.
You know, and he has a lot of fun with kind of calling out the traditional comic book characters and like how they act and what they do. It's really good.
That's why we love that Invincible.
I don't know if I could have hung in there though,
without us telling you it was amazing.
No, if I couldn't binge read it, I don't know that I'd
month
sit
to month hurts,
month to month and read it again.
That's why Colin watches his shows like he watches his shows. He just waits them all build up and then he knocks them out.
I do that too, except I just realized something because I watched the Green Lantern, the animated series on Netflix, which is awesome. But I just realized that when I start watching things on Netflix, that is the kiss of death. That means they're not coming back for another series. Oh, yeah. I just realized that now, so I'm like, oh, I love this, and then of course I get the heartbreak of I go to look it up. And of course, it's been
over.
Long. The toys didn't sell, so they're canceling Green Lantern. I'm like, no more Wolverine and X-Men.
Okay, so PAX East was great. Huge success. Thank you all for your support. We love you so much. Another part of PAX East was a person named Panda Musk. He made this painting that is now on the wall, adorned here. Of course, it's the Ghostbusters 2 happy ending painting. After they beat Vigo, the painting becomes the Ghostbusters with Baby Oscar. So this one, of course, is us with Baby Portillo.
Do I need to? Are we singing the theme song, or is it too early in the show to do that?
It's too early for the show right now.
Okay.
On top of that, we have a T-shirt over here that a young lady sent in for a birthday shout-out. Her name is Ashley. Zach, if you're watching, this is your T-shirt. Zach Chapman, it's your birthday on April 23rd, and your wife loves you very much, so she sent us this shirt to sign, which we did.
Hopefully we didn't just spoil that.
I don't care. I think that's a great surprise either way. Wow, this stupid signed shirt shows up, or we're just announcing this. Whatever, he'll be fine. If he buys it for $1 on Friday, good for him. Because of course that's the idea of the Game Over Greggy show. Every week, 4 best friends gather around this table, each bringing a random topic of conversation to you. We post the video over on YouTube, GameOverGreggy.com. We post it starting on Monday, every topic by topic. The full episode goes up Friday. Of course, the Friday before, you could have bought for $1 the high quality MP3 that was the entire show. taking it on the go, doing it whatever you want. Have a good time.
That was a really good segue, by the way.
Yeah,
Was it?
man.
That's an awesome
Russ,
segue.
I do this for a living, believe it or not.
I don't.
Now, on top of all that, I think I've hidden this from everybody else. Last week we got bumper stickers or window decals that said "I love goats." Remember we had
Yes.
a polarizing topic a few weeks ago about what would happen with sexual intercourse with a goat, or would you just want the world to think you did? On top of that, another random gift showed up at the office. This is the blow up Billy Goat. You can hold on to that guy.
My
They sent two, and on the back it says, "Yeehaw, you've just shepherded your own blow-up Billy Goat. Anytime you're in the mood for a roll in the hay, she'll be your sheer delight. Sometimes it feels so good being bad."
Ooh.
Tim, you got to take this thing out for a spin.
See, I don't know about. I want the Disney Princess one first.
Gross.
And
Is
then
there a
we'll go to
Disney
this.
Princess one?
We can only hope.
Oh, one could only hope. If there is a Disney Princess blow-up doll, please send it to @TimGettys on Twitter. That's how Twitter works, right?
Sounds like a pedophile's dream come true.
There you go. You
How
start
do we-
inflating this. That's
how do
your
we
job.
hang this thing from the ceiling?
No.
Oh, they could go out front so people don't have to look at your
Oh,
guys'
the things,
pasty
yeah.
white legs.
It's hot in here, goddammit. We couldn't all be shadowboxing experts. T-shirt of it's real to me. It's still real to me. You can get that T-shirt over at districtlions.com/GameOverGreggy. While we inflate these, I'll start the topics with my topic. Yesterday, I saw a lady almost get run over, and I didn't stop it.
That makes you evil, I think.
Now, so what happened is she rode up on her bicycle, and she rolled up on her bicycle into an empty parking spot at the back of it, and then started
This is so gross. I'm sorry.
started fooling around with her bike and everything about getting it over the sidewalk. And then a truck came in and started to parallel park in there to pull it into the hole there, the old parking spot. Now this happens, and her back is to the action, and the truck is backing in, and he's got like an obscured view. And like, you know, you're in these situations, you think yourself, I always think of Greg Miller as the hero, right? Like the superhero. But literally I'm sitting there with my coffee and my bagel, and I'm just like,
He just wanted to see something good.
no. I was watching it happen, and I'm like, I'm not gonna yell out. She's gonna notice any second. He's getting kind of close, but she's gonna notice here in a second. Any second.
Does this story end with her getting
No,
killed?
she turned around at the last second. I was like, ah! The truck stopped and got out and apologized.
So she saw two things before she died. The truck that killed her, and some creepy dude drinking his coffee, watching the entire
I was too
thing
hot
happen.
to drink. I was just holding it.
Blowing
Yeah, exactly.
Blowing
on
Even
your
worse.
coffee.
Sounds like the last episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah. There we go. So there's one of our Billy Goats.
This is horrible.
Put Billy. Oh, it's the real deal.
It's an actual sex toy of some
That
kind.
looks dilapidated.
Well, it's not. It's an older Billy Goat. It's also,
Why are they so small? Is that how big a real Billy Goat is?
No.
Goats are huge, right? Like
what do you want him to do? It's not for like.
Life-size
It's not for.
It's not fulfilling your fetish for the Billy Goat.
I'm just trying to figure out physically like how one would go about that. I guess you have to put it on its back.
smells.
Yeah, it has that nice little. Like,
Yeah.
It smells like like my pool.
Right,
Don't smell.
right,
don't
right,
smell
right.
the goat. Don't smell the goat. Billy. I'm calling you Tango from now on, and that one's Cash.
That's nice. I like that. What are you gonna do with it?
Colin, is it okay?
I'm
if it
creeped
just
out
look-
by
if
what
it
are you
just
gonna do
looks
with
at
this
you like this the rest of the time?
Yeah, it's hot.
There, okay, good.
This reminds me of my childhood.
Right, like the pool equipment you buy.
Not the
Look at Portillo.
Not with a goat with a hole in his
smell.
butt.
Portillo went
Smell.
straight for it.
Of course he did. Portillo's got to investigate all
Straight
these
for it.
crazy smells.
Portillo wants it. Portillo, go to town.
Get in there, buddy. This is what you wait for.
Someone actually made this thing and actually like got this produced. In
Sells them on Amazon. It came
factory.
from Amazon. So there you go.
You bought them?
My hand
No,
smells
some
like
a fan
goat.
did. Some fan did. There was
no-
nothing
no
on the
name?
receipt. Nothing on the receipt indicating names.
That's it. Nothing.
No, just like here's your goats.
Well,
That's
if you want
bizarre,
credit
but I
for sending
appreciate
us
it.
stuff, guys, please leave a little gift card with it so that we can return it to the nearest porn shop.
Report you to Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Homeland Security. So, anyways, Tim, I almost see this girl get run over,
Yeah.
and then first off, I'm not disappointed in myself because it worked out the way I thought it was going to work out.
Yeah.
I didn't want to overreact. You ever do that? Where you're like,
Oh.
and then
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like the guy's like, I saw it. She's like, I saw it. But then even after the fact, I didn't think about it at all. Happened. This lady's almost run over, like slowly, painfully. Probably just broke a lot of bones and stuff. But I just went about my day. Got back to drinking my coffee. I wasn't scarred by it. And then today we were driving home on the road, as we do. And I forget what we saw, and it was similar. And
The guy that went through, he drove through the red light with his bike. Because apparently, if you're riding a bicycle in San Francisco, you don't have to adhere to the normal laws of traffic.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You don't have to.
No.
Apparently, that the fact that you have zero protection from bodily harm means that you can just do whatever you want.
You're unbreakable. You're invincible.
It's a pet peeve of mine because I drive a lot in the city, and I've been told that I drive like an old man. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or not.
I think you drive like a normal person.
I think you're very good.
Sometimes I drive like an old man, in that I will stop at stop signs fully. Wait,
No California roll.
None of that California rolling stop.
Is that now? What came first, though? Heads up: the California roll and sushi, or the California roll in a car?
Sushi.
I didn't
Probably
thought about
sushi.
that.
I would imagine.
And so then, who thought they were fucking the most clever person in the world when they started doing that? When they're like, "Yo,
I like that."
Okay, sorry.
Jeez, that's a good question. We should Google that.
I'm sure it's on Snopes.
I'll check it.
But every day in my neighborhood, I get to a stop sign, and it's a 4-way stop sign, and the 3 cars that are stopped there will do what they're supposed to do, and a bike will just go right, and they'll just go. They don't care. They won't stop. Because I've seen a bike go around a car before that stopped and just go through. And it's not, it doesn't piss me off that they do it. I actually admire that they do it. It's the look on
I
their...
admire you,
I admire
sir.
the freedom and like the just throwing caution to the wind and saying my life doesn't matter at this moment. I'm just going to live. Right, Tim?
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what they're
It's the
thinking.
look on their faces while they do it.
Yeah.
They couldn't give 10 shits
Yeah.
whether or not you hit them. You are so out of beyond the realm of their thought process that they're carefree.
Yeah.
That's what I take offense to. I just one day I know what's going to happen. I'm going to see someone get creamed in front of me, and I'm going to have the same reaction Greg did, which was probably deserved it. Maybe I liked it a little bit.
No. I was thinking she was, it was gonna work itself out. That she was gonna figure it out, and they did. They all figured it out. It all played out the way I wanted, but we were cutting it really close. I thought maybe it was my perspective on it. Maybe I was, line of sight was different from where I was because I was like 2 car lengths down.
Did it play out the way you wanted it, or was it just a test for the next time it happens?
I'll get you yet, bicycle girl who comes to the coffee
What would you
shop.
have done if she'd have gotten if it had caused her bodily harm? Would you have felt bad?
I would
See,
have felt really
Greg's the type
bad.
of person that would have created a backstory for her that makes her the bad guy.
Really?
So therefore,
I'm that psychotic.
I don't think Greg's that kind of person.
I just want you to be that kind of guy. I want you to be the guy that that was Patrick from Pee Wee stealing the bike.
Yeah.
And
I see.
You want him dead.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Fun fact: California roll was invented in 1960. The food item. No mention of it being related to the colloquial California roll, which is interesting. I thought California rolls would have been around a lot longer than the 60s.
No, because that was you have to remember those sushi didn't get really. I guess it didn't really get inventive until it came here, and that was probably right around the time that sushi came to the States.
I like California rolls.
Yeah, I don't think there's such a thing as a California roll in Japan. Like Japanese sushi is very traditional generally, and not now anymore. You can go there now and get pretty kind of crazy stuff, but we are the ones, the Western, especially California, we're the ones that kind of popularized the crazy, dragon lion roll, yeah.
49er rolls big in here.
From what I understand, I could be wrong about that.
They love the 49
Correct me if I'm wrong.
in Japan.
They love it. You know why?
Jim Harbaugh.
Big Joe Montana fans.
Oh, Jim.
They love Jim Harbaugh. They love gold mining.
They like the old lettering of the 49ers.
Yeah.
Colin, did I play it right? She didn't get run over.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not really a responsibility to do those kinds of, to shout out or help or make her aware of something. It's the right thing to do probably, but we see things all the time. I mean, a couple months ago when I was walking to the train from work, there's a dude who shines shoes. You know that guy? Mm-hmm. He's like a black dude that sits on the corner and he has a little chair. And people, he's like kind of a fixture in the neighborhood.
Right.
Always talking to people and hanging out. And some guy was giving him a lot of grief for some reason. They were yelling at each other, and I got in the middle of them. I'm like, you should just walk away. It's not really worth fighting over. And then he started getting belligerent to me, and some other guy stepped in or whatever. And I'm like, I might have stopped a fight here, but I might have also gotten into a fight of my own by interjecting myself and trying to do the right thing. So I'm not saying that obviously saving a woman's life from a car is the same thing, but often there are unintended consequences by getting involved in certain things. So
what if she was really evil?
No, I'm not even. It's just
because you didn't save her, you saved an entire country.
It went the way I expected it to go. with her not getting run over.
Right.
But again, we were cutting it close. So now I'm wondering if I should have been more proactive. It worked out the way I played it in my head. Eventually, this is all going to work itself out.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Colin.
I was just gonna say, honestly, I probably would have said something. I mean, I often am vocal on the streets, as you know. As you know.
Can
You're
I
hot
tell,
in the streets,
can
too.
I tell that story?
If you want to tell any story you possibly want.
So these people in the sunset as we were driving the other day.
people.
It's just nice. They look like a nice couple.
A nice couple.
They're doing the thing where they're like, are
Doing
we
that
going to
thing.
walk? Or are we not going to walk? And I'm just driving down the road. And there's no crosswalk. They're jaywalking. They're breaking the law.
They're right in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And
Middle
they're,
of the street.
They're sort of daring me to keep going with their eyes. Just like the bicyclists dare me to hit them when they go through the intersections. And they start going. And I'm like, no, you guys are this is against the law. I'm not going to slam on my brakes and have someone rear end me because you guys needed to get to the freaking
Sunset Super.
the sunsets. I was going to say the frozen yogurt.
No.
What's that place with the balls?
Oh.
Boba.
Yeah, there's
The
a million
boba
of those.
shop.
T-way.
Million of
T-way. A lot of T-ways.
A lot of T-way. Good stuff. So we go, and the guy gets pissed, of course. And I saw it all playing out. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna hit the guy. It's gonna be fine. He's gonna get pissed off. He's gonna say something, but I'm used to this stuff. I'm just gonna keep going.
I'm Nick Scarpino.
Colin is like, oh no, I will not let this go.
Well, the guy's like, thanks for letting us cross.
And Greg, I think. Was it you? I think you immediately started putting down your window,
Yeah.
not for yourself,
No.
but because you knew what was coming next.
Well, it was my knee-jerk reaction that I was going to yell back.
Okay.
But it's just because that's how long I've hung out with Colin now
Right.
that he's rubbed off on me to that extent.
And
but instead, Colin dropped his window and let him have it.
But I admired this about you guys because I'm not very confrontational when it comes to just random strangers. I'm like, let it go. Mostly because when I get confrontational with people, I escalate it too fast and then I have to back
And then
down.
they throw dog poop in your car.
like a wuss. Yeah. But Colin screams at these guys. And I loved your tone, by the way, because it wasn't anger.
Yeah, sarcasm.
It was sarcasm.
Pure sarcasm.
Really loud sarcasm.
He goes, "Hey, I'm sorry. Was there did anyone see a crosswalk there? I didn't see a crosswalk. Were you guys gonna paint the crosswalk onto the ground? Is that what you were doing? I can't remember exactly what you said.
see you building your crosswalk.
I didn't see you building your crosswalk." And the guy's like, "What?" And Colin's like,
Again, we're
where's the
going
crosswalk?"
slowly around the corner while Colin's just badgering this couple the entire time.
And then, of course, I immediately find the perfect parking spot, and I'm like, I can't park here because in my world,
they're coming back.
these guys are coming back. They're going to vandalize my car. That's how my brain. That's how my brain works.
I just feel like, I'm the kind of guy that if when someone holds a door open for me, I say thank you. I hold the door open for someone. Please and thank you. I appreciate it, whatever. Like when you're having an interaction like a normal human being might. And when I don't get treated with respect, I always give a disrespect back. That's just the way I am.
It's just water.
It was just like you brought some kind of giant like you're gonna make the turtles here in a second with the thing of ooze.
Yeah, it's like the beginning of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too.
Did you bring that here? Is that one of our things?
It's one of mine.
Okay.
I had it in my car. I have a morbid fear that people are just going to break into my car to steal whatever's in there.
Sure.
In the city, because that's what happens.
Yeah.
They definitely want that Starbucks tin, for sure.
This is $7.99, my friend.
I'm sure it is.
This keeps coffee ice cold. Ice cold.
I'm sure it does.
Even hot coffee?
Ice
You
cold.
put it in there, it just immediately goes cold.
Wouldn't that be amazing? You're like, why do I keep using this one? No, but I feel. What do you do when you hold the door open for a woman and she just immediately walks in and doesn't even.
I always say, I'm like, you're welcome. I mean, that's like my thing. Everyone's been around me when
Yeah.
I've done that before. And like 1 out of 10 times, the person will like glare at me. Sometimes they'll say something, but usually not. Now, when I know I'm in New York, it's totally different, right? And I know, and I like this because when I was on the Long Island Railroad going home from the city, when I was home in January, I was on the train coming from Atlantic Terminal to Jamaica, and then I was going to get onto the next train. And some dude gets in front of me, and this attitude, my attitude's very New York, right? Like very much belligerent.
Baba Ganoush!
And I'm walking. There's an older dude coming at me from the other direction, and so I stop and I'm like, oh, you can go ahead. And he just walks in front of me. I'm like, oh, you're welcome. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. He turns around. He's like, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. And I just looked at him. I'm like, all right. And I like walked up the stairs. I'm like, I'm not used to
Someone
people
talking
having the
back.
same attitude that I have to them. But the thing is that I don't like when people are fucking rude. I was at an airport bar yesterday coming home from an event I was at. I can't talk about yet. And just a rude asshole like sitting next to me, like just being a dickhead to the bartender. I'm not even sure he realized it, He's like, hey, can you charge my phone? Yeah, can I get a drink? Can I get a menu? Yeah, all right. yeah, can I have the mustard? And then he's like chewing with his mouth open and all this kind of stuff. No, like, please, no, thank you, no, like, appreciation that you're like dealing with another person. I was like, what's fucking wrong with people? Like, a little respect goes a long way. You'll never find someone holding a door open for me and I don't say thank you to them. It's just not the way I was raised, you know? Mm-hmm. Someone's not going to hand something to me at a store and I'm not going to say thank you. Or can I please have something? Mm-hmm. Like, that kind of shit pisses me off. Like, it goes a long way.
So what would you do if you found out that your friend just let a poor woman get smushed against...
Again, it was playing out exactly... we were right at that point. We were right at the pivotal point where I was about to... If it was about to go further, I would have had to have said something. Yeah. But at what point am I supposed to say something?
It would have been too late.
She'd be fine.
When the bumper...
You know I'm loud. When I yell, they're all going to stop.
It's not going to stop...
The car?
No.
Slowly backing up?
Oh my God.
Not from the visualization I have of the situation. Your yell is going, 750 miles an hour. The car is going, 40, 50 miles an hour. Maybe not quite,
No, he's parallel parking.
Oh, so he's
backing
going 10,
up into
12
a spot.
miles an hour. So you'd have to be
right on top. You clearly don't drive.
So you have to be right on top of her for that to reach her before then her brain
10
has
or 15 miles an hour parallel parking.
Yeah. Oh,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Oh, yeah. He's going right in there.
He's like fucking
James
confident.
Bond.
He's
confident.
It's just like e-brake.
The point is that the speed of sound and the voice and the synapses in your brain going off and all those kinds of things. The woman would have been dead. Would have been your fault. The thing is that you kind of just have you have to have that kind of instinctual thing, I guess, when you're on the street.
Yeah.
Talking to people or whatever. It's the same thing like when... I always think it's awkward, but I still do it when like someone I just randomly sneezes by me when I'm out, and I'm like, "Oh, bless you." Yeah. Most of the time, people don't say thank you, which I think is rude too. But then I'm like, "Well, we don't really know each other, and you didn't really solicit
my blood." Yeah, my blood.
And a lot of people get hung up on the fact they're not religious. This
I don't
isn't
really give a fuck about that. It's just a polite thing.
It's Gesundheit. It's everything else in the.
Well, then do you say you're welcome after that?
Doesn't that just?
I feel like this never ends.
German?
God bless you. Oh, thank you.
Huh?
Yeah.
Doesn't that just mean bless you in German?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Cool story. I think you should have probably been a little more proactive on that one.
A little bit more.
Would you have though, Nick?
Yeah.
Really?
I do that stuff all the time.
Really?
I like to, but I don't do it. I do it in such a way where it's not going to embarrass me if I'm totally wrong.
See, that doesn't count.
Yep.
You either help or you don't help.
I just like this. Oh,
hot coffee over here. Trying to get everybody's attention.
And then when everyone stops and they're like, "Who just screamed out there?" I'll be like, "I don't know who did that." It's the weirdest.
Tom Bosley.
Tom Bosley,
Family Guy. Yeah, when Stewie sees Tom Bosley on the plane, he just screams his name. And then, like,
Did he look?
So that's what I would have done.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you just gotta kind of play that out in your head because
I think I did the right thing. I did fine.
She played it out. You made the right call because if you just screamed something, that could have caused a whole other mess of problems, and that would have.
The guy reverses really quickly.
Yeah,
he gets so surprised.
He's already going 15 miles an hour.
Yeah,
it's hard to parallel park any quicker.
It's like a Jackie Chan movie for some reason. You know what I mean? Like the car is just like flipping over, and then eventually like steamrolls onto the woman, but like misses him like
Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Oh, Rush Hour was
Rush Hour. I was a big fan of Rush Hour.
Oh yeah,
it's good.
Still a big fan of Rush Hour.
And the second one, when the third one came out, I just had moved here and I went and saw it. And everyone was like, I went with Mike Pereira.
Yeah.
MP.
Database Mike.
And a couple other people. And everyone was like, why you insist on seeing Rush Hour 3 in a movie theater? And I'm like, you don't understand.
Yeah. I still haven't seen 3.
It's not very good.
I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
I love Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan together.
Yeah.
It's like the way they, the way... The incredible subtle racism in those movies is like unbelievable that they get it like that, like in both directions. I think it's like totally funny. Like I don't know. I thought the original Rush Hour was a unique take on the buddy cop movie. Mm-hmm.
I think I've said this before on the show, but one of my favorite things about the internet is whenever Rush Hour 2 is on TV, and that's Ricky Tan. That's a midget and a whatever the fuck. I don't even. It's a towel or some shit. That quote will just be everywhere on the internet, on Twitter and Reddit, and if it's on TBS, if it's on any TV station, like the moment that quote is said, the internet just like explodes. It's awesome.
All right.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So I made the right choice by not letting that woman die. I wasn't heroic, but I also played it out.
You let her.
I made the right call.
You didn't do anything.
It played out the way I thought it was going to, but we were close.
The only thing you actually did in that situation was cool your coffee down by about 1 degree. That's all you accomplished.
Yeah.
With your willpower.
But I came up with a topic for the show too.
You did.
What would you do? Maybe what if that would have been a John Quinones joint? He came over. He's like, "Oh,
I'm John Quinones.
I saw you watch this woman almost get run over. Why didn't you say anything?" And I was like, "Oh, I thought we were pretty close."
It's like when you're on the Muni. I've done this a few times. When you're on the Muni and San Francisco's full of fucking bums that just do whatever they want. So sometimes they're on the Muni and then they get off and there's like dirt and water and
piss.
grease and whatever all over a seat.
Yeah.
But people don't really look where they're sitting.
Yeah.
So they just sit. And you're like next to them. Many times they're ah!
Yeah.
Yeah, always get a lot of appreciation for that. You almost sat in some
Bum piss.
hate gutter kids fucking crack piss sitting on the seat there on the end Judah.
Yeah, that's true. I do that a lot too. That makes sense.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I feel Ryan Clements is rubbed off on me a little bit. Ryan Clements is so crazy on the train he wouldn't even sit down, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
But like,
Well, now
he's
there's bed
kind
bugs
of,
on Bart.
he's kind of there's bed bugs everywhere. Somehow they came back, which is they thought they were eradicated for a long time. The Bart's a different story because Bart, for some fucking reason, has cloth seats.
Hey,
I don't know, like,
let's make a mass transit system in this city that's always temperate, and I'm sure no bums or anybody disgusting will get on. No drunks will ever ride on this and puke on it. Let's just make everything fabric.
It's weird. At least Muni's like you imagine
Gets hosed down every 6 months.
when the union workers that work at the Muni get off of their 8-hour coffee breaks and work for 20 minutes a day, that they spray the seats down with Windex or something and just clean them off.
They're plastic, yeah.
But that's probably
Muni's
much.
one of the only bus systems I've ever been on that has plastic. Most have this stupid
So
fabric.
gross. So
Like
gross.
Samtran and all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, what are you guys doing?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, Boston has plastic seats. New York has plastic seats.
No, good for them.
New York, Long Island Railroad has
Georgia Railroad Martin.
has cloth seats, but Georgia Railroad Martin exactly has cloth seats, but they're not like the porous cloth like on Bart. They're the kind of the leathery stuff, so you can still wipe them down. It's kind of the same thing.
Okay.
The trains are all new too. That's how we roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I made the right call.
Sure. That's what you can take away. Go fuck the goat on the ground.